Hey, happy Fallout release day, everybody. I, for one, am definitely excited. In classic channel fashion, I'm going to open up the decks, but you already know what's in them. There's already channels out there that have already done this thing, but really, we're just kind of going through this, and I have a channel like this, so this is what we're going to do, right? So I'm going to, I'm going to go ahead and rip into these Fallout Commander decks. And I want to see some of the other cards that maybe perhaps I have not taken a look at yet. Slash open the little sample collector pack thingies. And maybe we might find something lucky there, but I doubt it. But just in case. So anyway. So I know I'm going to keep one of these. I have two sets. One I'm going to keep mostly intact. I might improve the mana base on... I shouldn't say I might. I will. I'll improve the mana base on it. But actually, I'm not going to do too much else to it. Maybe only really a small handful of changes. Like less than 10, really. Like if a card really doesn't make sense within the flow. So, we got the Dogmeat deck first, which is... What was this called? I threw this away. Oh yeah, Scrappy Survivors. So it's effectively the deck for the whoever the Vault Dweller is in this case. All right, so we got Lily Bowen and Dragon Skull Summit. Okay, I'll take a Dragon Skull Summit. So I know there were some cards in here. I've not seen every card yet, so immediately after this, right after this video, actually, I'll be setting these aside and starting the process of sleeving and changing some. Okay, so we got Dogmeat. We already know what he does. Preston Garvey. Token name settlement makes sense. Okay, that's... Here's the only thing, and this isn't the only deck I think is like this, and I might be wrong, I really got to dive into it, but like, the two face commanders as it is don't always play together well in this product. I've noticed that, so it's like you have to kind of pick one or the other, and then you can replace that commander with other cards that might make more sense. I've noticed that in this product so far. Hey, sweet, you get, I mean, that makes sense. You get a bunch of the cool lands. And there's Dogmeat, Junk tokens, Squirrel tokens, Settlement tokens, Food tokens, Radiation tokens in case you're playing against, the Mutant Mayhem. Alright, so you've got Brotherhood Outcast. Yep, Commander Sophia. Yep. Acquired Mutation. Enchanted creature gets 2/2/2 and it's goaded. Whenever an enchanted creature attacks defending player gets 2 rad counters. Okay, well that's also why then there's... that's fascinating. That's fascinating to be in this deck, which is not a rad-based deck, but obviously it's Fallout, so kind of everything's a bit rad-based. Okay, Crimson Caravaneer. Yeah, they... Sometimes you have to bail them out of trouble. Wait, does that say Double Strike Trample? Holy crap. It makes junk. Put an aura or 2 on that. Have that go nuts. Hey, it's Ian the Reckless. Okay. Is that Fallout 1, I think? The Bighorner Rancher. Yeah, breakdown. Super Mutant Scavenger. Haven't seen you yet. Oh, okay. Dies you get to return. All right. A thing. Well rested. That's what I love, because you can sleep like anywhere, right? So sometimes you can clear out a super mutant hive, and you can wake up and fall out, and, well, there's enemies again. Very well depicted here. Whereas the creature comes tap, put 2/1/1 counters on it, and then you gain 2 life and draw a card? Holy crap. Only triggers once per turn, which keeps it from getting insane. Otherwise, that would get insane. Agility Bobblehead, because the bobbleheads in the collector boxes are really hard to get. Perception Bobblehead. Ah, yes, the Silver Shroud costume. That is a sweet card. You know, all that glitters. Path, the new artwork. The artwork, they killed it with the artwork. Sticky Fingers. They absolutely killed it with the artwork. Rain Core, Squirrel Nest, Wild Growth. That's a cool card. Behemoth Sledge. It looks fun. Brass Knuckles. Fire Shrieker. And then the artwork that they put on those playmats that Ultra Pro sold at Magic Con Chicago that are going for a fortune. I woke up in the morning, hopped on, I refuse to say X, so it's Twitter, and I saw that people were kind of going nuts about this playmat that was limited release, and I'm like, that is really cool. You know, you got Nuka-Cola Quantum there, sitting there. And so I ran over to eBay, and I was like, okay, I'm not spending that. Codsworth. Idolized is sweet. Pre-war formal wear, having seen that played now, is awesome. Vault 101 birthday party. One of the, I assume Vault 101, of course, is one of the control groups. Duchess, Grim Reaper Sprint, Junk Jack, because you're gonna have the weapons in this one. Vault 21, Veronica, Animal Friend, Strong back. Yep. That is a minor complaint. I do think they could have done a little better with the power armors, but minor complaint. Kate, Cass. And there are cards that don't always make sense. Like, Kate doesn't make sense for this deck. But where are you going to put her? Cass, because like these two, right? So, New Vegas. Is that Fallout 4? Yeah, I think. Was that Fallout 4? I can't remember. Either way, so these are companions. And this is the deck for the Vault Dweller. So, sitting right there is the Vault Dweller. Inventory management. Of course, you got a laser rifle. I'm surprised I haven't seen yet with them actually releasing some laser or plasma rifles. Yeah, so you got a plasma pistol over there. Warrior Brown. 3-Dog. Okay. Mr. Gutsy, which is awesome. And currently, the most expensive regular card in the set, Pip-Boy 3000, because people are going to need copies of that to go in many, many decks. I know I said it in the collector box opening. I love what they did with Pure Steel Paladin here. So much better than what they make in Ash from Evil Dead, a Pure Steel Paladin. Like, this actually is sweet. And Ash wouldn't be mono white. He's not necessarily good. Okay, Heroic Intervention. Basilisk Collar, Dog Meat. Yeah, the artwork, they killed it. Masterwork of Ingenuity. Killed it. I think that's going to be it for this one. Swifties with roller skates. Yeah. And then, yeah. All right. So that's the first one. Pretty good. Again, I'm planning on really keeping these mostly intact for a change, which is something I've actually never done before. I want to open up the Kaiser. I know I'll probably say Caesar a bunch of times, but Kaiser deck. I never did side with the Legion. I never did do that. I should. That was about a year ago. I started up another playthrough of New Vegas, and the copy that I have, unfortunately, which is very, this is very, for those that have played New Vegas, this is not going to surprise you. Unfortunately, I got about 70% way through the game, and the game bugged out so bad that no matter my save file, it does not matter. I can't continue. It's like, that's New Vegas for you. So I know for some of you out there, that's not a surprise. As awesome as New Vegas was, it was like the buggiest game. From a company known for their bugs. And yet we love their games. I know I do. Hey, Sean. So I opened that in one of the collector boxes, and I didn't even know that they were going to have Sean in the Institute, right? But I guess that makes sense in the wait, is this in the science stick? I guess I'm going to open that soon, aren't I? Yeah, it is. It is in the science stick, which makes sense. Institute. This card's sweet. Like, this thing's awesome. I after I opened it and I was off to the side and I was kind of reading, I was like, holy crap, Sean's great. I mean, it's probably appropriately casted for what it does, but and Root Brown Crag, which is also okay. I'll take those. I'll take all the allied Czech lands that you want to give me. I'm making a mess here. Okay. So we got Kaiser. and Mr. House. So once again, like these two don't really play together well. It's kind of one or the other, and this deck is really built for Kai'Zar. So that's interesting. Gary? We got Butch. Ruthless Radrat. Squad, exile 4 cards from your graveyard. Okay. Menace. Alright. That's, depending on what stage in the game, that's not bad to pull and make a bunch of them. Which is exactly what Kai'Zar wants. Okay, you got Craig Boone. Wait a minute, isn't he a member of the NCR? Oh, okay. Is this deck not... Okay. This one's going to have NCR people too in it, isn't it? Okay, Legate Lanius. He is, he's a badass. White Glove Gourmand, yep. So I thought it was the villain deck. Charisma Bobblehead, Luck Bobblehead, Survivor's Medkit. What are you? Okay, finally there's a stim pack card. So choose one that hasn't been chosen. Like ever? So once you use this 3 times, you're out. Well, like I said, it actually plays within the theme. So draw a card, which is stim packing. Fancy Lad Snack Cakes. Make a food token. And then target player loses all rad counters. And then you sacrifice it. Okay. That's kind of a neat card. I mean, the cost is really low. So Impassioned Orator. Yeah. Bastion of Remembrance. That's fun. And that's the entrance way to the 1 NCR headquarters. As is even depicted there in the flavor text. Deadly Dispute, Morbid Opportunist, yeah, Pitiless Plunderer. Yeah, okay. I mean, this one's a pretty straightforward deck. Oh, that's sweet Skull Clamp. Yeah, the Mechanist. That's the one I couldn't remember. That was one of the add-ons in the Fallout 4. Yeah. That, and I like, so I didn't pull any of the talismans out of my collector boxes. I was really hoping I did because it had the perk books on there. I thought that was sweet. The comics that you can get, and then they increase your skills. Talisman of Hierarchy, Talisman of Indulgence. Okay, Battle of Hoover Dam is a sweet card. Okay, so it does have... Who's the Overseer of Vault 76? I don't remember you. Okay, so it does that quest counter stuff in this. No, that's not bad. So it definitely goes with this deck, though. That's for sure. It's all about putting lots of smaller creatures out and making them go nuts, like the Securitron Squadron here. Sierra Vault 75, huh? Exile all creatures that are big, which is perfect for this deck. And then put +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's a good card. Obviously it takes 3 turns, so it's not like a home run card, but that's a sweet card. Yes, man. Vats is awesome. Wasteland Raider, I commented that the first time I read it. I mean, that seems like a super good card. Mysterious Stranger. Rose is I think there's some people out there that think this is going to be like the greatest card. I'm exaggerating when I say that, but they think it's going to be an absolute home run. It seems a little slow to me, especially compared to people like Kellogg. Who I assume Kellogg is going to be over... Wait, no. It's probably going to be in this deck, isn't it? Oh! Wait a minute. Cool. Desdemona. Okay. I didn't know you were... Okay. Wait a minute. What do you do? Gains Escape? Oh, cool. So bringing stuff back from your graveyard to keep the onslaught going on. Love it. All right, we've already seen Elder Arthur Maxon. There's Kellogg, yeah, like it has to be in this deck, even though it kind of, in a way, should be in the Science deck, because he actually was working for the Institute, but here or there, it fits what we're doing here. McCready, Nipton Lottery, Paladin Elizabeth Taggarty, Vault 11, huh? Okay, create little soldiers. And then voting, what do you vote for? Oh, okay. So it allows for the table to vote for things, and either if nobody votes, people get to draw a card, or if people want to remove a thing, they can remove a thing. Fun. Diamond City is kind of neat. I love the moving of the shield counter. There is a stipulation which keeps it from being ridiculously good, but That's a handy little add-on. Where is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, this one feels the most ready to go. Like right out of the box for Kaiser. Like right out of the box, it's ready to roll. Changing out Mr. House for something. But it is also neat at the same time, from the flip side, that then you have Mr. House where you can go a completely different direction, right? And you can fully build around that mechanic. So I guess maybe that was a thought. And plus, his card is on theme. it's gambling. Oops. Oops. I threw the little pack. All right. I don't even know what's all the options. You can't get uncommons, so it's gonna be rares and mythics. And hey, that's sweet. Extended our foil Grim Reaper Sprint. That is a nice pull. Wow. Wait, so this pack was all foil. The other packs were not foil. Oh, and mechanized production. Didn't need that one, but I'll gladly take the Grim Reaper Sprint. That's weird. Wait, why were those ones foil and the other two packs weren't? Doesn't make sense. So we have the science deck, which I think needs some work and can be really sweet. And I know this one I'm planning on. This is the one I'm planning on doing a little bit more with. Hey, Paladin Dance! I didn't know he was in this. Oh, that's fun. Okay. I mean, straight up human deck, like must add. Okay. Yeah, Nerd Rage. If you can hold lots of cards, you get huge. Robo Brain Warmind. Yeah, they're a pain in the neck to fight early in the game. Early-ish in the game. Bottle Cap Blast. Which, like, this goes... never mind. Elder Owen. Behemoth of Vault Zero. That's another neat new addition. Camp. Endurance Bottlehead. So only one Intelligence Bottlehead. Okay. And the Nuka-Cola vending machine, which right now seems to be a little bit of a lusted after card. Which makes sense, because you can slot this in a lot of commander decks. Make some food. Then when you use that food, you get a treasure token. Of course, comes in play tap, but still. And if you have an Academy Manufactor, as Jake from Jake and Joel or Magic like to point out. Anyway. Dispatch, yep, makes sense in this deck. Swords. Glimmer of... Oh yeah, I saw that card. Ah! Is that a super mutant taking down a Nuka-Cola Quantum? A blend of 17 fruit flavors, cola, and a weaponized isotope byproduct that barely passed safety approvals. Yep. That's what that is. In fact, what he's chucking down there. Whirler Rogue. Yeah. Unexpected Windfall. Oh, Lightning Greaves. Okay. Okay, yep. One of the terminals for a Thought Vessel, which looks like is probably in the Institute. Over encumbered. Oh, God. It's so good. Hey, Sentry Bot. All right. They did make a Sentry Bot. It's got Flash, 2/5. When a spell, okay, for each creature attacking you. That's fun. And you get energy for each creature attacking you. Oh, and then allows you to spend energy to put lots of put counters on things. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Now, Curie, if I remember correctly, she doesn't quite fit this deck. I mean, you do get to draw cards, which so far feels like kind of a needed thing. Yeah. James. Oh, he has an adventure, which makes sense. Member of the Enclave. Your dad in Fallout 3. Investigate X times, okay, and then you can activate abilities. Okay, whatever. Nick's cool. Seen him already. You gotta have the Assaultrons, the Mother Load. Oh, Plasma Caster. Alright. Arcade Ganon. Fits that human thing, though. Red Death also doesn't particularly fit this deck. So these are the kind of cards that kind of have to get changed out. It's cool to have him here. Sentinel Sarah Lyons. She is also a walking, talking badass. Sean. Power Armor, yeah, it makes sense. Helios 1. So glad to get a copy of that. And Mechanized Production. Wake the Past. Yep, classic stuff. No big deal. They did take down the mana base on this particular product a little bit, and I found that a little weird, but I don't know. They also gave us a lot of new cards. I don't know what the right or wrong answer is here. At least they left allied check lands. I will take a small solace in that. And Signet lands? That's what we're calling them? I did not know that, and that's cool. I'll take some Signet lands. I don't have a ton of them. So that's the last deck. Which is the most original creation of the group. With all the new stuff. And that's kind of cool. You know, you kind of hope for that. So, the one thing I'll say about the Lord of the Rings ones was they were not original at all. Yeah, they were alright, but I shouldn't say it. The Elf one had a lot of voting, and I guess that part was kind of cool, but Wild Wasteland, and hey, Guardian Project with the Master. Alright. But this deck seems extremely interesting and not overpowered, but not weak either. And is a kind of a new take on a +1/+1 counter strategy. Because you got the Wise Mothman, definitely the commander of this deck. With the Master. And then you're going to have all the wonderful creatures from the Fallout universe. You got the Bloat Flies, which you have to target them, and hopefully get your VATs up high enough that you stop ever having to... Actually, Fallout doesn't have like the greatest fire gameplay at times. So like you gotta try to hit these things. It's kind of annoying. Infesting Red Roach just jumping at you like they do. Cathedral Acolyte. Yeah, that's gotta be... That's a member of the Children of Adam, right? The glowing one. The Lumbering Mega Sloth. I didn't know they did that. Okay. One less to cast for each counter among players and permanents. That card can get cheap. Comes into play tap just to keep it from being stupid. Like Kim Ambusher. Yeah, so... Raul. Each player mills a card, but you don't get a red counter. You may cast a spell from among cards in your graveyard that were milled this turn. Okay. So some of that impulse fun. Young Deathclaws. Yeah. And the Strength Bobblehead, finally. Yep. Corpsejack Menace, all cards that make sense. Contagion Clasp. Jason Bright, who I also did not know made the set, and I looked at that and I'm like, I need a few copies of this, actually. Hopefully it'll be cheap. I'm sure it will be. Struggle for Project Purity. Feral Ghoul seems like a really good card. Hancock. Nuclear Fallout is a really good card. Yeah, this is just all... Ooh. Okay, why is Power Fist in this deck? Shouldn't this be in Dogmeats? I mean, its ability fits the deck well, so I guess there's that. Rampaging Yaguai. Mutated Bears. This thing's practically Hydra-like. Okay. Strong. Seems awesome. Watchful Rad Stag is a card I'm excited about. Agent Frank Horgan, a mutant wearing power armor. Scary. Atomize Marcus. Mutational Advantage. This is a card I am interested in. Okay. Recon Craft Theta. So the alien ship. Okay, so that's how you create an alien token, which explains the alien tokens that I pulled. You put a +1/+1 counter on it. And when it attacks, you proliferate? Holy crap. Whoa. Okay. I usually don't get excited for vehicles, but all right. It's flying? Okay. You got me. You got me. I'm in. Branch and Evolution. So this is a moment where Wizards, you gotta be careful, right? With your reprints a little bit. It just fits. Like, it's fine addition to the deck, but you can't. Like, this was literally a $20 card, and then it went down to a $10 card, and then now it's a $5 card because you put it in Commander decks, which is, the first time was great. It was like, oh, that's an awesome addition to that deck from a value perspective. Now it'll become not so good. Guardian Project, Hardened Scales, Tracker, Biomass Mutation, Casualties of War with some of the best artwork in the product. Died sitting there sharing a milkshake. Find and Finality, and probably a bunch of lands. Yeah. Yep. So that's my first full look at the decks here. I am excited to play with these. I think they're going to be a really good experience. They're not overpowered decks. It's not like you're playing with Hackball from or that pirate deck. You know what? Pantlaza. Let's just say all of the Ixalan decks. Those things were nuts. So these aren't like that, and they also cost more than the Ixalan decks. At least the normal retail price. I haven't looked at what the Ixalan decks are selling for now. But they are neat, and that I'll give it. And it already looks like out of the box, they mostly play well, and they don't need all of the changes in the world to make them function. Yeah, they need better mana bases. But I'm really happy with this product myself. I think it's really sweet. I look forward to playing with these. Actually, I hope I'm going to get some games off tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye.